Good day, everybody. Good to be back. Another great day to be an American. I'm your host, Jack Remington, from Quintessence Productions, LLC. Today's video is a 60-day timeline of this Colin Kaepernick protest against our national anthem and our flag, and apparently against the United States of America. You'll be able to hear his side of it, and I'm going to play his clip when he's talking to the press, and I'm going to play some other clips. Stay tuned and hang on. The beginning of the unraveling of his protest was on August 26th when Niner Nation's photographer Jennifer Lee Chan snapped a photo of the entire stadium, and it wasn't until after the game that someone noticed, hey, you know what? This number 7, he's sitting on the bench. And so Jennifer Lee Chan had the photograph blew up, and then it was sent all over the wires. And then 2 days later, not only did the San Francisco 49er brass, Jeb York and Denise York, the owners of the 49ers, had to issue a statement, Colin Kaepernick decided to call the press and have a press conference, and we're going to play that for you, or parts of it.
First, the story that has everyone talking tonight, Colin Kaepernick, defending his decision to sit out the national anthem at Friday's preseason game. Our Maria Medina caught up with the defiant and determined 49ers quarterback at Levi Stadium today.
I'll continue to sit. I'm going to continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed.
49er quarterback Colin Kaepernick is standing his ground about his choice to sit during the national anthem.
This is because I'm seeing things happen to people that don't have a voice, people that don't have a platform to talk and have their voices heard and affect change.
Kaepernick explained in the locker room after practice today he made his decision based on what he believes are social injustices in our country right now. The example he gave, police brutality, claiming he's been racially profiled by police in the past.
One of my roommates was moving out of a house in college, and because we were the only black people in that neighborhood, the cops got called and all of us had guns drawn on us. You can become a cop in 6 months and don't have to have the same amount of training as a cosmetologist. That's insane. I mean, someone that's holding a curling iron has more education and more training than people that have a gun and are going out on the street to protect us.
The quarterback has actually sat during the national anthem at all the preseason games, but no one noticed until Saturday's game when he did it for the first time in uniform. He says many of his teammates support him.
Everyone has a right to, stand up for what they believe in, so I respect that first and foremost, whether I agree with what he did or not and the way he did it.
Kaepernick says he believes what he's doing is right, even if that means his decision has consequences on his career, including getting cut from the team.
I can't look in the mirror and see other people dying on the street that should have the same opportunities that I've had.
Kaepernick was actually asked to speak to his teammates about why he did what he did. He says they had an open conversation about it. Some of the players told us they understand his decision. At Levi Stadium, Maria Medina, KPIX 5.
Well, reaction on social media has been fiery, to say the least. Fans have been posting videos of themselves burning their Kaepernick jerseys and other merchandise. Thousands are also lashing out on Twitter with comments like this. Hope Blaine Gabbert wins the starting quarterback job for the 49ers. Let Colin Kaepernick sit on the bench just like he did for the national anthem. But many others are standing up for number 7, saying, quote, people are more upset by Colin Kaepernick not standing for the national anthem than they are about the treatment of those he's referring to. Another supporter tweeted, love, support, and respect to Colin Kaepernick for taking a visible stand against intolerable violence in the U.S.
Other people started to get into the act. U.S. soccer player Megan Rapinoe knelt during the national anthem in support of Colin Kaepernick. She expressed solidarity with Kaepernick and saying that gay American, she knows what it means to look at the flag and not have it protect all your liberties, and that it's important to have white people stand in support of people of color on this, unquote. The soccer world was not too happy with Ms. Rapinoe, but lo and behold, on September 15th, the United States Soccer Organization expressed disappointment in Rapinoe's protest, and they sent out a statement that said that all soccer players will stand, not because of her, but because of how U.S. soccer handled it. I am now a soccer fan. These athletes, who do they think they are? They're athletes. They're not social justice warriors, are they? On September 16th, the Garfield High School football players and coaches kneel during the national anthem. So now we're getting kids involved. On October the 1st, members of the East Carolina University's band kneeled during the national anthem, and you can hear the crowd reaction. We're going to play the clip for you here. But lo and behold, a week later, the Board of Regents got together at ECU and said, moving forward, we will no longer tolerate protests against our national anthem or our flag or any disrespect towards our country. So, and I haven't heard anything since then. On October the 4th, the Rockets and the Knicks and Celtics of the NBA protested as well. More cause and effect? More monkey see, monkey do? Derek Hawkins of the Washington Post puts out an article on October 13th saying that the crowd heard slurs at all-black youth football team as some players kneeled during the anthem, but it turns out that this was a total hoax. And the Washington Post, the rag that it is, published it, thinking they really had a good story. Well, good job, Colin Kaepernick. Good job, Derek Hawkins. I mean, you got people talking about this racial issue, so we're going to put some of the comments on the screen here. This Quantum075 writes, the coach lied. The press ate it up. We are being led down a dangerous path by media and immoral minorities. And there's a link to it, so I hit that link. And what did that link lead me to? Bethel Park. No evidence of racial incident at Woodland Hills game, courtesy of WTAE.com of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And they sent investigators. They got over a dozen cell phone footages from each team that shows no such thing. No incidents, no racial insults, no nothing was said during the playing of the national anthem. And shame on you, Derek Hawkins of the Washington Post. And shame on the Washington Post for not doing his due diligence for researching this story. So Colin Kaepernick, you did accomplish something, didn't you? What I want to say, what affects me personally about Colin Kaepernick's protest, is I feel it's disingenuous at best. He's on the verge of losing his career because of his poor performance and his play. You've been exposed. Before I play this compilation of the Kaepernick jersey, number 7, I want you to know that it's my opinion, based on a lot of fact and experience, that his jersey sales are high so people can burn them. Okay, and I bought 3 off eBay myself. So I'm going to burn them when they come to Los Angeles when they play the Rams. So watch the clip.
We are burning a Kaepernick jersey.
I've getting a lot of slack on Facebook over the recent controversies, so I just wanted to make my point clear. Here we go, America first.
Throw it down!
So, Nathan?
Yeah.
Forever faithful.
As you can tell, I don't have one because I never liked him anyways, but I'm gonna join the train. Fuck him. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. We miss you, Alex.
Still a Niners fan, though.
Hi, my name is Jerry Large. I'm a United States veteran, 100% disabled veteran. You sit on every grave for anybody who has ever lost their life, Colin Kaepernick, and for this country, for fighting for freedom. I bought a military jersey at your end of the game 2 years ago when my dad was dying of cancer. I came home and bought this jersey because I was proud, because it was a military jersey by Colin Kaepernick. Today, sir, you lose that right to wear this jersey. No one should ever wear a jersey with your name on it again. No longer a fan of you. I was a fan of you. This is what I think of you. Sitting on that American flag, there's a mother who holds it because her son is in the ground, or her daughter's in the ground, or her husband. Maybe there's a husband who lost a daughter and a wife. You are a low-level piece of crap. Let me repeat that. You are a low-level piece of crap. That's what happens to people who sit on the American flag or sit during the national anthem. I'm a proud American, and I live in a foreign land. Stand up, America, Don't allow these athletes to do this just because they make money and they think they have a voice. God bless America, and God bless veterans and everybody who's fallen.
Kaepernick refusing to stand for our national anthem. He says he's oppressed, making $126 million. Well, Colin, here's my salute to you. Here's my salute to you sitting on the bench the rest of the year, sitting while you pee the rest of your life. My salute to you. Forever faithful.
And Colin Kaepernick is featured on the cover of Time magazine. I will never buy another Time magazine ever again. It was bad enough in 1978 when they put Ayatollah Khomeini from Iran as Man of the Year on Time magazine. I'll let that go. Okay, it was many, many years ago when I was in my early 20s. But this, I'm done with you, Time magazine. I will never, ever buy another Time magazine as long as I live, and there will never be one in my home. My commentary, in closing, is that if you really want to bring these issues to attention, Mr. Kaepernick, there's many things you could have done. Okay, you could write books. You could become a speaker, hit the speaking circuit, make good money. Look at Hillary. Nothing wrong with making money. We're in a capitalist society. Write a blog. Get your own TV show, your own radio show. Work in the communities that you say you want to help and want to see them make some change. Okay, we're not saying any of that. We're just seeing you protest. We're seeing you insult the 108 million men and women that died for this country since 1776. That's what we're seeing, and you've crossed that line. Okay, it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. And your how is very, very flawed. And once the how becomes about you and the message gets distorted, no one's going to sit down and talk with you. Or at least I know I won't. And I agree with Trump on this issue. If you don't like it, why don't you find another country that works better for you? Don't give us this crap, well, we should leave. No. The white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, since 1776, when they broke away from the British, another white country, okay, they got the sovereignty to run this country. Yes, it was ugly. It wasn't always pretty. We weren't always right. We're still the country. They still have the sovereign rights, okay? It is their country to run as they see fit. If you really don't like it, or anyone else, they can leave. And so we're going to play a clip here from September 2014, just over 2 years ago, where after the Chicago Bears beat the 49ers in Week 2 of that season, Kaepernick had an altercation with a Chicago Bears player using the N-word, and he was subsequently fined $11,000 by the NFL. So we got Bears defensive end Lamar Houston confirmed to the Chicago Tribune that Colin Kaepernick did use the N-word to address him during Chicago's Week 2 win over San Francisco. And we're going to play Kaepernick's reaction where he says he didn't say anything. Well, got too many people saying that you did, and only you were saying that you didn't say it, so your words don't match your actions, pal.
Did he or didn't he? An NFL referee penalized Colin Kaepernick during Sunday night's game for using inappropriate language to Bears defensive end Lamar Houston. Kaepernick's response Sunday night?
What did you say that got you the penalty after the interception?
I didn't say anything.
Well, the NFL wasn't buying that story. They fined Kaepernick $11,000. As you can clearly see on this tape shot by KPIX, Kaepernick says something to Bears defensive end Lamar Houston. I'm not a lip reader, but I don't think he's inviting Lamar Houston to Thanksgiving. Kaepernick plans to appeal, and he's sticking to his story.
The player that I supposedly said something to has been quoted saying that I didn't say anything, and I don't know him, so it's not like he would have a reason to just randomly stick up for me.
What do you think of that new rule that the league put in place in terms of the language?
I'm not speaking on that, or I'll get another fine.
Smart guy there.
Interview today, and here's Dr. I think it's personally not a good thing. I think it's a terrible thing, and maybe you should find a country that works better for him. Let him try. It won't happen.
You can take a flying leap, take a flying hike, Mr. Kaepernick. I'm telling you right now, you're wrong. Dead wrong. You do not disgrace this flag. And what do we know about you personally besides using the N-word? That your white mother and black father couldn't even take care of you. They put you up for adoption. And this nice family, white family, raised you in Turlock, California, which is 96% white. Okay, upper middle class. I understand you say you got pulled over, and you know a friend that got pulled over, blah, blah, blah. Hey, it happens to everybody. I get pulled over too. Okay, hey, your light's out. It happens to everybody. Everybody's got a bad beat story to tell. And I grew up in Baltimore. I was one of 2 white kids in my classes. I can tell you about being on the other side. I got out. I did something about it. Something positive. I love my country, and I love my flag, and I love the national anthem, and to me, it's the first verse. Okay, I know your parents raised you right. Okay, I just know they did. As a parent, I can see the signs that they tried their best. But for whatever reason, you decided this is the route you have to go. There's a million men like me that would trade places with you to want to be a good role model for kids. You have misguided them. And not only you let your parents down, let me down as a parent, let your fans down, and you also let down the youth of our country that's going to look up to the sports figures. So in closing, I always close my videos. It was a great day being an American. If you stay with me, I hope you understand why I made this video. And yes, after 60 days, I'm still ticked, Colin Kaepernick, and I'm ticked at you. You started this. This is my way of fighting back and defending my country. So in closing, it's always a great day, and it has been a great day today being an American. Thank you.